bring ourselves together, what I would like to call a centering, sitting in any comfortable meditative posture. Your legs folded in any comfortable position to give a solid base for your spine to be comfortably erect. Shoulders broad, upper arms hanging by the side, elbows comfortably bent. Elbows by the sides of your body, and then place the back of your hands on your thighs, palms facing up, fingers completely relaxed, eyes softly closed, hint of a smile on your face to brighten up your face, a brand new year, and a new journey that we begin again. We always can begin again. If there is another breath, you can begin again with that breath. Three deep breaths. After taking three deep breaths, becoming relaxed and open for breaths to come and go as they please. A firm foundation, spine comfortably erect, shoulders relaxed to the side. This is a physically open posture for breaths to come and go. Efficient for breaths to visit us. You're not doing any breathing. You're simply being open for breathing. What a miracle. To be able to breathe. Rest your awareness around your abdomen. When you rest your awareness around your abdomen, you might feel certain parts of your body more and feel energized. Gently becoming curious about what is happening when you're resting your awareness around your abdomen. Gently shifting your awareness around your chest. And as you shift your awareness, there could be energy shifts around your body. No right or wrong, the way it is. Gently shifting your awareness to around your face. Again, you might feel different parts of your body getting energized. And coming back to resting your awareness around your chest. Bring your palms together in front of your chest. Namaskara Mudra. Thinking of someone that you love and respect, living or not. Dedicating this Hatha Yoga session and all the benefits from the session to that person. Chin to the chest. Opening your eyes. Inhaling. Take the arms by the side. Palms going up, pressing up, looking up. Exhaling. Palms coming down to the chest, looking down. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. One last round. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. Release. Sit comfortably. As many of you can come on the video, please do. We will first address the curious mind. What we are doing, what do you expect, what to expect, how to prepare. What we will do, we will have a short discussion and then a bit of a practice to begin Surya Namaskara challenge. Happy New Year to all of you. Surya Namaskara challenge is a way to establish ourselves in a regular practice of yoga. Even if you are already been practicing for many years, this would still be a very good challenge, if you will, to take on in the new year. Fitness involves many aspects. Physical fitness involves many aspects: strength, mobility, flexibility, endurance. You can get all the physical benefits of the practice as you go through the challenge, even though the mental strength is the real goal. Mental resilience and an equanimous mind is the real goal of yoga. We start with the body. And so we will slowly build ourselves to practice 36 rounds of Surya Namaskara in one round, one session by the end of March without any aggression. We don't want aggression, but we want diligence. What I mean by diligence is every posture that you reach for your own edge, not others' edges that you see. You reach for your own edge consciously without crossing the edge. You go to the edge, courageously approach the edge, and you stay and comfortable or familiarize yourself with the edge as it is with that breath, and then you come back. That is diligence. As best as you can, nothing more is expected, nothing less will do. And this is with every posture. As best as you can, not as per some actress that you have seen in a poster, seeing very comfortably in a posture. It does not matter. This is only about you. What is your edge or edges in every posture? Are you reaching courageously for that edge? That's the only thing that matters. And the edges keep changing. The edges keep going away, coming back. Diligence. And the other important component that I keep repeating in these sessions is your attention, like we did with centering. Your attention is to your own body sensations, breath sensations, and your emotional state. And you may be judging each posture. I like this, I don't like this. This is hard. This is too easy. This is boring. Why am I here? What am I doing? Or should I be checking Facebook if I got likes? All of these will come. um, but you simply pay attention to what is happening in your own body and breath and the emotional state as you reach for your best with each of the postures. And we slowly build ourselves. We'll do, let's say, today, if we have time, we'll do, let's say, 3 Surya Namaskara in today's session. And we'll slowly build up to 6, 9, 12, and like that in a very conscious way, not being aggressive, just jump in and do 36 rounds and then injure ourselves and then declare that yoga is not for us. So we don't want to do that. So this is a journey, and think of this as a nice journey that we can all make together. Even though these are all very individual journeys, yoga practice is a very personal journey, but there is a certain energy in doing this as a group as we organize these sessions. So that is my few comments. Now we'll open it up for questions. There is no simple question, small question, big question, does not matter. If I don't know the answer, I will say I don't know the answer. Please unmute and ask. I'm sure there are many
Good morning.
questions. Yes, 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 Vijay. Is
This
that
is Vijay.
Vijay? Yes, Vijay.
Yes, sir, Jay. Any guidelines for the diet perspective, Jay? What we should
Diet
do before?
perspective. Very good. Good question. Very good question. Thank you, Vijay. So after lunch, so I'm assuming most of you are in India, and so have your lunch and not eat anything heavy, maybe A biscuit or tea is okay, an hour or so before the practice, meaning as much as possible having an empty stomach is recommended. And so plan so you can have lunch earlier and then no food before the practice, and you can have dinner after the practice. If you can avoid the snacks, that's even great. But if you cannot avoid, that's okay. But you should not be feeling heavy in any way. Having food in the stomach changes your energy patterns completely. Um, so, um, reasonably empty stomach is recommended. Now, what kind of food? You don't have to change anything. But as you keep practicing, you might feel like you're taking liking to certain type of food and avoiding certain type of food all on your own, very naturally, because some type of food might interfere with the practice. And you might, without anybody forcing you, you might start liking some and not liking some and let it evolve. I'm not asking you to stop this or that. Have your normal food, healthy food, avoid junk food, avoid junk food, which is a good thing anyway. Your normal healthy food, you don't need to restrict this or that, but you might find yourselves changing your preferences. Your friends could change, the way, the books that you read, the content you consume. You might get to like certain things more and certain things like. Your preferences might change or as we practice and we make progress in this journey. So let it evolve. Does that help you, Vijay?
Yes, Ajay, definitely. Thank you.
Good question. Other questions? I expanded from diet to what else we consume, right? We consume from the environment, online content, the friends that we hang out with, the topics that we have for discussions, our preoccupations. All of these, if you, any of you got a chance to read my last blog, we are all like models, and all of these are tuning our models. And so let those things that tune our models evolve, and you can be aware, and that is okay, that for them to evolve. Other questions?
Jay, for interest of everybody, especially for new folks, the
Yes,
breathing pattern during the like steps,
yes,
because you will say like inhale, exhale. If somebody misses, what they
yes.
have to do during that time?
Good question. Good question. So in Surya Namaskara, it's a fixed series of postures. Very good question, Vinay. Breathing is a very important component of this practice. So let us say inhaling back bend and exhaling forward bend. Um, people who have been practicing can do this exactly following my instructions of starting from the standing posture, inhaling back bend, and then the next exhalation going for forward bend. But if you're practicing new, you might feel like you need to breathe in between. Even if you breathe in between, take a breath in between the postures, but make sure that you coordinate the transition from one posture to the another with inhalation or exhalation. So let's say you inhale, you go for back bend, and then you come to the center, you take a breath. That's okay. But when you go for forward bend, make sure that you're exhaling as per the instruction. Remember the instructions. Make sure as you transition into a posture, you inhale or exhale, even if in between you take breaths to catch up. Very good question. Other questions? Sanjay is up early. Thank you, Sanjay. Other questions?
Hey, one question, like, can we start practicing Surya Namaskar if I am having some cough and cold problem?
Yeah, good question, Sachin. Thank you. Cough and cold is okay. You can practice. If you have a fever, I would say rest. Even if you're resting, I heard Nageshwar earlier in one of the sessions saying, even if he's not feeling well, he will join the session and listen. That's a wonderful thing to do. Couple of things happen. You are dedicating this hour 3 times. You could do more, but not less. 3 times a week. So this 6:30 to 7:30 in India and 5 to 6 in the US. You dedicate this time to this internal journey, this new journey that we're starting. And so I lost the train of thought, but if you're having a fever, avoid, but at least sit and listen if you can. So you are mentally following the practice, and that is as good actually. If you see, this is about establishing a habit. In fact, you can think of this as replacing other habits that are not as effective or not as good for us. By developing a new, better habit, we replace other ineffective habits. That's what we are here to do. This whole challenge format is to build a new habit to replace other habits, whatever that you would have been doing in this hour. Dedicate these hours to a self-discovery journey. So if you're feeling not comfortable at all practicing, don't. Remember, this is not about aggression. If you're having fever and doing Surya Namaskara practice is aggression. So don't do that. But you can sit and close your eyes, or even lie down, close your eyes and listen to how others are going through the practice. Does that help, Sachin?
Yes, Jay. And I have one more question, like
Yeah,
the
yeah.
way the frequency of your instruction and the posture I am executing sometimes doesn't match. So I may be a little slow. So is that okay? How
That's
should I?
okay. That is okay. That is okay as long as you complete. Even if you take a bit longer, that's okay. And some people might actually rush through and then wait, why, what? This is too slow for me. And so some people might feel my instructions too slow, or some people might feel is too quick. Um, but the aim is to make this inward journey to understand ourselves. And we start with our body. That is the spirit, right? And we are having this journey start off as a challenge, which is more suited for this time and age where people get caught up. Okay, I want to accomplish something, and yeah, which we can with this format. And so don't worry too much that you're exactly keeping pace with mine. If you can, that's great. So you won't be getting confused how many rounds you did today. But the pace will be in a way that as you build your physical and mental strength, you would be able to keep pace. That okay, Sachin?
Yes, thanks.
Other questions? How many of you have already gone through? This is our third Surya Namaskara challenge. Either raise your hand if you're on video or on the Teams. Let's get a count. How many of you have gone through? I see 4, 6, 9. Sanjay has done it earlier. Very good. So 14, I see 15. Excellent. Excellent. Thank you all for coming back on this journey. Any questions or comments from those who have done this before? For others who are starting this new, please unmute and share. Yes, Manjit.
Yeah, so just one thing, Jay, actually, I don't keep any end goal with yoga. I just, it happens 3 days a week. I just join yoga class and I just continue with that. So the thing is, I find it different when I don't join it actually. For example,
Yeah.
if I miss for 1 week or 2 weeks, so I find I'm missing something. Yeah, that's the thing because maybe because I have been doing it for a very long time. Now it's, I think, more than 10 years.
Yeah.
And thank you for that.
Of course. We will be completing 11 years of yoga at Juniper in February, Valentine's Day. Yes. Thank you, Manjit. Thanks for
Thank
sharing.
you.
Others, anybody else want to share
Hi
or
Jay.
help? Yes.
Hi Jay, I have one question. Satish.
Yes. Satish. Yes, Satish.
Yeah, Jay, I think I heard that those who have back pain, I heard that one yoga instructor was saying that we should not bend backward. So is there any such restrictions while doing Surya Namaskar?
Excellent question, Satish. Thank you so much. I know there are questions, but these are very important questions. Before jumping into Surya Namaskara practice, if you have any physical ailments which is bothering you too much, you should go see a doctor. Okay. If you are reasonably good physically, then there is no fitness requirement before you start. You will get better. In fact, your back pain you can avoid completely, or you can get better with it. But if you have something that is bothering you too much pain, please visit the doctor first. Get take care of that and then join back, right? But if it is because I'm sitting in the chair in front of a computer for a long time and I have a dull back pain, there is no restriction in back pains. You just learn to do it properly, but without aggression. Don't get into aggressive back bends. You reach for your edge, and that can actually strengthen and make it more flexible, more mobile. So you can actually not only avoid having the pain, but prevent it in future. Does that help, Satish?
Yes, sure, Jay. Yeah,
Thank you.
thanks.
Other questions?
Jay, I don't have a question, but I have a confession. Last year I participated, but I could not complete 36 rounds. I was able to do up to 24, and that's the max I reached.
Okay.
So
That's
I
great.
stopped there.
That's great.
Thank you so much.
We wish you all the success or more success this time, Harshita.
Thanks.
So Jay, this
Thank
is Baiju here.
Yes,
I
Bhaji.
have a
Yes, Bhaji.
thank you, Harshita, for that confession. I have a connected question. So do you or the yoga recommend a limit for, based on the body nature, etc., based on the body weight? I don't know what attributes counts here.
Yeah.
As Harshita was mentioning, probably 24 is the highest, or can I go to 36, or can I go even beyond 36?
Yes. Yes. And
That's
nothing, there is no, um, uh, all humans on this world, this is for all humans. It does not matter what state you are, as long as you don't have a sharp problem in some part of your body and you're able to move around. If you're able to move around without pain, you're ready for this practice. And you go as far as you can go without aggression. And if 24 is where your edge is, that's okay. Go till that. And if you're not satisfied with 36 and you want to go to 108, that's great. Please go for it. Please go for it. And so there's no restriction. This is for all humans. Um, so there is no entry criteria.
Thank you, Jay.
That help, Baijo?
I personally had a experience, Jay. I did not participate. I haven't yet participated challenge within Juniper, but I participated once in 2024 beginning with an agency outside. And that was, and now I am feeling, or probably with my experience, once I go through it, I felt it was so aggressive or something. That was around within 3 weeks' time, hitting a count of 108 Surya Namaskars. I successfully could hit it, but after that, pretty soon after that, within a few weeks' time, I ended up having a hernia and then gone through a surgery, etc. So
Yes, yes, completely. This is exactly, thank you, Baijo, for pointing out. This is what we want to improve our physical and mental strength, and we don't want to cause injuries by being aggressive. So let us say you are able to do 108. What is that the end of anything? Nothing. Is that the beginning? Yeah, this can be a beginning for the rest of your life after you do 108 in one session. As Manjit was saying, that approach this as a journey, and we consciously travel along this journey, and the journey is what matters the most. So even this, I was thinking a lot if I should even call this a challenge, but somehow people like this format, right? Journey is what that counts. Yes, please follow the instructions and be aware of your own edges, but courageously approaching the edges. It's not playing safe. I don't want us to play safe. There is no progress when we are playing safe. Courageously approaching the edges, but consciously avoiding injuries by crossing into aggression. There is a fine line between diligence and aggression, and you can find it for yourself with your awareness. Does that help, Baiju?
that helps, Jay. I have one more last question, Jay. So
Yes,
once,
yes.
suppose we reach the 36 mark in end of March, right? That's what we plan to do.
Yes,
Do
yes.
you recommend this 36 to be practiced probably daily basis beyond that,
Some people do. I don't know if Santosh Kumar Prabhakaran is on the call. Santosh, are you on the call? He says he was doing 36 rounds every day in the morning. So some people do. Some people continue. Not required, but some people do. Very good, Baiju. Other questions? Hemantini and Vijay, you raised your hands. I don't know if you raised it for a previous question and you haven't. Or if you have questions, please ask. Hey, Vinod, have a question, Vinod? Not able to hear you, Vinod.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
I think when we started this session, you said that we are dedicating this session, Hatha Yoga
Yes.
session.
Yes.
So Hatha Yoga is one format, is it? I'm completely new to
Yeah.
this.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
Good question. Good question. Patanjali wrote Yoga Sutra, and that is generally called as Raja Yoga, which is more meditation. You sit and meditate. And there are 8 steps or 8 limbs of yoga, Ashtanga yoga. But many people found it very difficult to simply sit and meditate. And so around 12th, 13th century, I think, teachers came up with the system called Hatha Yoga, which starts with the body. So you prepare the body to be the vessel for the journey that you can make in meditation. So not just the body, the energy. So body, energy, and preparing the mind. All of this, the system of preparing the body, the energies, and the mind for meditation is Hatha Yoga. That's a very rough definition. So does that help, Vinod?
yes, when I Google, there are a lot of other forms, but the Surya Namaskar will be the same everywhere.
No. So this is one particular type of Surya Namaskara sequence, a classic sequence from Bihar Yoga school. So you might find it very different Surya Namaskara sequences, but we will choose one, or that is what I learned from my teachers, and that is what we will practice.
Oh, thank you.
Other questions? Coming up to standing. Broad stance. Separate your feet as comfortably wide as you can, hands on the hips. Toes pointing directly forward. Bring your arms up to a V shape. Inhaling, move your hips forward, take your arms back, look up for a back bend. Exhaling, bending from the hips forward, hug yourself tightly, chin to the chest. You can bend your knees to allow the head to go down toward the mat. Inhaling, back bend. Remember to move your hips forward as you take your arms back, look up. Exhaling, bending forward from the hips, hugging yourself tightly, chin to the chest. Inhaling back. Exhaling forward, hug yourself tightly, chin to the chest. You can bend your knees. 2 more rounds. Upender, you can have a broad stance, feet broader. After completing 5 rounds, hands on the waist, take a deep breath, exhale. As many of you can come on the video, that will help if there is anything that I can help. I won't be able to help if you're not on the video. Hands on the waist, take a deep breath. Arms up to the sides, parallel to the ground, palms facing the front. Inhale, center. Exhaling, bending toward the right leg. Allow the right leg to hang behind the right leg. Left arm reaching up, left fingers reaching up, and then reaching for the right wall. Palms facing the front. Allow the right ear to fall down to the right shoulder. Inhaling center. Exhaling, bending toward the left leg, left arm hanging behind the left leg, right arm reaching up to the ceiling and then left wall. Allow the left ear to fall down to the left shoulder, inhaling center. 2 more rounds. Right and left is 1 round. After completing, hands on the waist, take a deep breath, exhale. We are taking the spine through the range of its motions and bringing the big muscles in the body to active posture. Arms up to the sides, parallel to the ground, palms facing the front. Inhaling center, exhaling, twisting to the right as best as you can. Turn your head, look past the right shoulder. Look through the corner of your eyes. Inhaling center. Exhaling, twisting to the left. Turn your head. Inhaling center. 4 more rounds. After completing 5 rounds, hands on the waist, take a deep breath. Slightly turning your feet outward, toes pointing away, arms up, interlacing fingers, palms facing up. Inhaling, bend your knees. The knees are going toward where the toes are pointing to. Bend your knees as deeply and you're sitting back in an imaginary chair behind you as much as you can. Exhaling, standing straight. 4 more rounds. Bending your knees as deeply as you can, sitting back in an imaginary chair behind you. Total 5 rounds. Utkatasana variation. You can feel the posture in your inner thighs. The hip mobility is very important to avoid or to keep the spine health. Otherwise, we get into back pain and all kinds of issues when the hips are not as mobile, especially as we are sitting in chairs for long. After completing, bring your feet comfortably together. Release your arms, stand relaxed. Come to cat posture, hands and knees. Inhaling, look up, spine down. Exhaling, look down, spine up. 4 more rounds. You take the spine as high as you can as you look down, chin to the chest, exhaling completely. Inhale comfortably as you look up, abdomen relaxed. After completing 5 rounds, take a deep breath. Come to plank posture. Bringing your shoulders right over the wrists, knees off the. Bring the palms right under the shoulders. The palms are not away from the shoulders. Drop your knees down. Bring the palms right under the shoulders. Shubham and your friends, bring the palms right under the shoulder. Closer, much closer, much closer. Bring the palm. Yes, fingers pointing to the front. Very nice. The hips neither up nor too much nor too far down. Sopanika is good. And you're gazing between the fingertips, no neck action. Your head, neck, spine, legs all in one straight line. Abdomen fully engaged. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Knees down exactly where they are. Just drop them down. Bend your elbows. Take the chest to the ground, chin to the ground. Ashtanga Namaskara. If you're not able to land the chest and chin down with the hips up, simply lie down flat on the mat. Ashtanga Namaskara. In Ashtanga Namaskara, you have your toes down, knees down, chest down, chin down, hips up. If you're not, your hips are not up, slowly walk your knees forward toward the chest to bring the hips up. Walk the knees forward, take the hips up. Chest and chin down, hips up. Come back to plank posture. This might require some strength. Come back to plank posture. And then take your seat bones all the way up. Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. All the way up. Take the seat bones all the way up. You can slightly bend the knees if that helps you take the seat bones all the way up. Your heels may not be down, that is okay. Focus on both the palms and all the fingers pressing on the mat. You might have more weight on your little finger side. See if you can press the entire palm, both the palms and all the fingers down. That is the base, and your toes and your feet as other part of the foundation. Allow the head to completely relax down. Slightly bend the knee more to flatten your back as you take your chest toward your knees, your shoulder blades toward each other on your back. Seat bones up. Completely relax your head. Saparnika, relax your head. You can even look at your navel. Yes. Slightly bend the knee, and so you can flatten your back even more, Saparnika. Yes, flatten. Take your chest toward the knees. Take your chest toward the knees. Go the other. Yes. No, you don't have to move your palms together. No, no. Walk forward. Yes. Keep the. Yes. Very nice. Very nice. Yes. Now the shoulder blades are going toward each other. Excellent. Drop your knees down. Vajrasana. Seat bones toward your heels. And if that is not comfortable, Sukhasana. Sukhasana is a normal cross-leg posture. Normal cross-leg posture. So what we did today is just a subsequence or few postures in Surya Namaskara. We are running out of time. We took some time for Q&A, which is very important. We will do one more subsequence before ending the practice day. Come up to standing. Feet hip width apart for now. Arms up all the way to the ceiling, palms facing the front. All the way up, parallel to each other, palms parallel to each other. Next inhalation, move your hips forward and take your arms back, look up. Back bend. And then exhaling center, release your arms. Now, those who are comfortable, take your arms, press the palms together. Arms up, press the palms together, if you can. If you're not comfortable, simply do what we just did earlier with the palms facing front. Now, next inhalation, move your hips forward, take your arms back, look up. Let's hold this posture. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhaling center, release your arms. Nagamalleshwari, your daughter is also very interested. She can also join. No, it's okay. It's all right. You can also join, Ma. So cute. Nice. Very nice. Arms up. Press the palms if you can. Others, palms facing the front. Arms parallel to each other if the palms are facing front. Next, exhalation, bend from the hips forward bend, and allow the shoulders to completely relax, head down. Arms going all the way down, head down. Now bend your knees and bring your fingertips by the sides of your feet. Bend your knees, head completely relaxed, your fingertips by the sides of your feet. Completely relax your head. If you're not able to place your abdomen on the thighs, at least bend your knees as much as you need to. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands on the waist. Inhaling, come up. This is another subsequence in Surya Namaskara practice. Since we are running out of time, lying down on your back. We'll continue. This is a good start. Hug your knees, rock back and forth. We didn't get time to practice one full round, but we have time. Remember, the journey is what that counts. Hug your knees, rock back and forth. Your feet touching as you go forward and your knees coming toward your face as you go back. You're massaging your back. And then head back down on the mat and then roll side to side, all the way to the right and all the way to the left. Then release your knees, lying down in Shavasana. Comfortably so, legs comfortably apart, palms or your arms just a bit away from the body, eyes closed. Hint of a smile for the opportunity to begin the yoga practice all over again. We are among the most fortunate to be here. Hint of a smile, brightening up your face. Rest your awareness around your abdomen. Relax. If the mind is wandering away, simply begin again, resting your awareness around your abdomen and watch each breath. What a miracle. Being alive and being aware. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Gently move your fingers and toes. Bring the legs together. Take your arms overhead, interlace fingers. Stretch from fingers to toes. Then release the hands, bend your knees. Roll to your right side. Use your right arm as a pillow. Rest. And when you're ready to sit up, eyes closed. Any comfortable meditative posture. Take your time. Taking your hands back, catch the left wrist with the right hand. Inhale, growing taller. Exhaling, bending from the hips forward, thanking Mother Earth. Inhaling, coming up. Release your hands, rub your hands vigorously, generating heat. Massaging your closed eyes with your heated palms and gently blinking your eyes open. Namaste. Thank you all so much